Clayton, raccoons, did you know they have super hypersensitive front paws and can quote unquote see by touching, even in the water?
So I'm guessing in the dark also. So that would be like night vision?
Night vision hands.
Night vision hands.
That would be crazy. Like, could you imagine if humans could see by touch? Like, I'd be touching some weird stuff.
Man, I'll be walking through the kitchen at night trying to get a glass of water or something. I'll stub my toe on a bar stool. Imagine touching things and then knowing exactly where you're at, so you don't even have to stub your toe. I saw that confused look.
Yeah, you lost me.
You
I
did
was
not
like,
see where I was going with
I
that.
sure the heck did not.
I mean, you can't see. I mean, it's pitch black. But if you had your hands, you could touch. I mean,
wait, hold up.
Is that am I getting this wrong?
Hold up. If it's pitch black in the kitchen, walking through in the middle of the night, aren't you seeing by touching anyways?
Well, I mean,
right.
Last episode we talked about they have a 3-year memory. They can remember from 3 years ago. Their memory's fantastic.
Okay.
So they probably know that area pretty well. So I mean, if they touch a branch or they touch a tree that feels pretty, I mean, I was here 2 weeks ago, and that's when that squirrel was dropped by. You know, it just
the raccoon's just like, the squirrel has been here since 2 weeks ago.
It hits him because I mean, I don't know.
No, that's great. I love it. But don't we? Oh, you got me thinking though. Don't we already see in the dark at night with our hands?
You can see.
No, but you're feeling around to. Now, in my house, you're probably going to trip on shoes no matter where you're at because I leave them everywhere.
Right.
But you're already feeling around with your feet and your hands. So you're kind of seeing in the dark.
Yeah. Well, but they really, I mean, you just said they really see by touch. So, I mean.
That's interesting. Like,
so is it the same way then as us walking around and trying to figure out where we're at?
It's got to, I mean, if they're that hypersensitive, it's got to be better for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, they touch one branch and then, this knot here feels, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think here. Bouncing this off the wall here.
Well, has there ever been a time where, like, you know, touching something got you in trouble? That's a
that's a loaded question.
Very weird question. You ever touch something that got in trouble?
The cookie jar.
Yeah. Yeah. My grandma had a cookie jar. It was a barn.
A barn.
And when you open it, it goes, Green Acres is the place to be. And then she knew you were getting cookies.
My grandma, she had something, but it wasn't for cookies. It was she just loved roosters. She really loved roosters. I don't know what it was, but she had this one, like, cookie jar. She didn't keep nothing. She just kept it at the top. But as soon as you open it, it made a rooster sound. I remember that.
Okay. Grandma's just got the weirdest decor. Like, my mama, R.I.P. mama, I miss you. You're great. She had apples. Everywhere. Everything was designed at apples. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I can remember that. I think fruit on the walls and
She had, she gone. She won't know. She had these rubber grapes in the middle of the table. Mm-hmm. And every time I was there, I'd pop one off and I'd just play with it.
Yeah.
I don't know how she never found out because there was a bunch of grapes by the end of all that missing. So like, you ain't got a story, any idea, anything where, like, that's a weird question, where touching something would have got you in trouble. Like, you reached in and grabbed something, it was slimy, and you freaked out?
But does that count trouble? Like you got in trouble for...
Well, not like you're in trouble, but it got you into trouble.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, probably. I probably touched some things that I probably shouldn't have touched on the ground, on the floor. You know, I just picked up some random garbage.
Weird conversation.
Yeah, this is going down.
All right, so speaking of weird senses like touching and weirdness and this weird conversation, let's jump just head first into the rest of this weirdness. Out of the dumpster and into your ears, the Trash Pandas podcast is finally here. Random, bizarre, no limits at all. Let's jump into the weird. Welcome to episode 3 of the Trash Pandas podcast, where the weirdness knows no limits.
This is Clayton.
And I'm Christian. Let's get into some bizarre what ifs and, y'all, I'm excited, the biggest reveal in Trash Panda history. Bum, bum, bum. All right, but let's jump into this. If you could swap lives, Clayton, this is just the fun openings, right? If you could swap lives with any animal for an entire day, what would it be? And why?
First one that hit my head was a sloth.
A sloth.
I mean, they're just hanging in the tree, having the best day, right? Oh, no, I'm going to change that right now.
Okay.
I'm going to be a red panda? Yeah, that's what I want to be. I want a red panda. You ever seen a red panda?
No.
They're always napping. That is a dream for me. It's just to nap, just to go nap. I mean, that'd be awesome. And then they're really cute. I mean, they look like a raccoon, but red.
They kind of do. Like big and fat red raccoon.
Mm-hmm. Big, fat, red.
So you just want to sleep all day?
Yeah, just take naps all day, do what I want, just.
So do you remember, I'm going to go the opposite way. Because when you said, I'm changing it after you said swinging like a sloth from a tree, I thought you were going here. Do you remember those little lemurs?
Yeah.
You remember that show in the 90s about the lemur? It was a real life lemur.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called. It was 2 grown men and a lemur. Somebody right below what the heck that is.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember what that's called. We need like the Joe Rogan podcast where he can say, Jamie, look that up for me. We need a Jamie. If y'all want to be our Jamie, hit us up. But I would be a lemur. You know how much fun that'd be? You're so small, you could swing through the tree so fast. Mm-hmm. Or that little tiny monkey from Disney Tarzan movie when, because he runs around and steals the little Jane's drawing book, and he moves so fast through them trees, and he's cute.
Yeah.
I could be that. So you're going sleeping, and I'm going, how fast can I get to the jungle?
Isn't that a capuchin?
Sure, that's a word.
Yeah, capuchin.
A capuchin monkey.
I think that's so. I think it's a capuchin. I might be wrong.
Capuchin monkey. Okay, hey, I'm down. Okay, another one.
Got it.
Before we jump into this, what's a random talent or skill that you wish you had?
A talent or skill?
Like maybe beatboxing or juggling or instantly understanding raccoon language. That would be interesting.
I'd probably play an instrument. Probably. I've never been really good at playing instruments.
Yeah.
I think that would be something fun to do eventually.
That's fun. Which one do you want to learn? I could teach you.
I'd probably want to learn the guitar just because I have a guitar that I bought like a year ago, and I never got into it. I tried, and then I got aggravated, and then I just never picked it back up again.
Gosh, okay. I like it. I complained about not being able to play the guitar for 4 years, so I would just palm mute it where you hold the strings down.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make real noise, and I would just strum it like for beats because of the drums. And then I learned how to play guitar in like one afternoon.
Wow. Must be nice.
Well, no, it's just not that hard. You just gotta try.
Gotta try. Yeah.
Spoken like somebody that already knows how to do something. It's not that hard. You just have to try.
Just gotta try.
You want to know my random skill?
What?
It's kind of the opposite of a random skill or of a skill, but in my mind, it's a skill I don't possess. Mm-hmm. I would like to, without this sounding torturous, because right now it sounds torturous, I would like to be able to go sit, for instance, on a park bench.
Yeah.
And just sit. Nothing on my brain, nothing running through planning or coming up with, just to sit. I can't do it.
You can't sit still and not think about nothing?
There's always something that needs to be done.
Wow.
Somebody's depending on me to come up with something. I don't know how to do it.
I'm pretty good at that, just sitting there thinking about nothing. Just thinking about nothing.
Well, no, you're thinking, though.
Thinking?
Like, I can sit here and I can drive in silence sometimes and just think the whole drive and be like, oh, I forgot to turn music on. I could do that sometimes. Not very often, but sometimes. But, like, to sit there and just enjoy without thinking, man, I need to finish those reports for work, or what message am I preaching next week? Like, nothing. Just straight, look at them birds. Oh, my gosh, there's a raccoon in that trash can. I can't do it.
You can't be like, oh, squirrel, and look over.
No, it's more like, oh, crap, I forgot to send that email. That's what happens. It doesn't happen. I think that's why Crystal likes that we go on cruises, because my phone doesn't work.
Oh.
So for 5 to 7 days out on the cruise.
I definitely have to look into a cruise now.
Yeah.
No phone.
Bro, Trash Pandas cruise.
Ooh,
I'm down.
That's got a good ring to it.
Yeah, right? It really doesn't. We just picked up a bunch of trash pandas. Gosh. All right, so we said we were going to get into some wild what ifs today. So we got something really cool, the big reveal. We're hyping this up really big. I hope it's not a letdown for y'all. But before then, let's just get into some what ifs, because we like to be random and just A to D to D to D to D all over the place. So what if raccoons could be trained to do household chores? What chore would you assign them first?
Laundry.
Laundry?
They put the load in and then bring it out, fold it, and then just put it on the counter. I pick it up, take it.
Oh, see, I wouldn't even mind doing the putting in the washer and dryer part. It would be the folding.
Oh, no. They got to separate it and everything. They do the whole process.
You separate your laundry?
You don't separate your laundry?
No, I'm not 50.
What?
You separate? Well, how do you separate your laundry?
Hold up. The darks, lights, and then you got your towels.
Racist.
Huh?
That's racist.
You're not right.
You can't do that. No, I'm just kidding. But I have never once in my life separated any of my clothes, and all my clothes are fine. You've been bamboozled.
Bamboozled.
You've been bamboozled.
Man.
All that extra time wasted for what?
That's how I've always done it.
Bro, your mom would probably be proud, but you've been wasting all your you separate your clothes.
Yeah.
Do you fold it as soon as it comes out of the dryer?
Well, not as soon as it comes out of the dryer, but I mean, when you get time to.
Bruh.
I mean, once it's done out of the dryer, I mean, it's done. It's just, you just got to go up and fold it.
So unless Crystal's on me or I have a really good cleaning day in my head where I just get to thinking about something and I clean a lot, I have 3 piles of laundry.
Yeah.
Clean pile. I could wear again pile.
Yeah.
Dirty pile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my life is easier when my clothes are actually put up and I know exactly where everything is. Sure. Does that mean I do that? No. So, yeah, okay. Guys, do y'all, I got to know. Put in the comments in the chat, send us a message. Do you actually separate your laundry? Because I did not know anybody under the age of 75 still did that, Clayton.
Yeah, come on. There's got to be some people out there. I know there's some people out there that do that.
Okay.
We're not all children out there just putting everything in one washer.
Bro, it works. Now, sometimes I put too much in and then I got to rewash them because they stink because they don't get clean.
Those probably the ones that you set aside to wear again. And then you got double sweat.
Double stank.
I
washed it 3 times. Why is it still stinky? Because I didn't separate the colors. I can't believe it. What in the world? So you would do laundry. You'd have them learn laundry.
Learn laundry. I mean, that's just one thing that you cut completely out. Well, except putting it away. I don't know if they could reach the hangers and whatnot.
I want to say trash because they're trash pandas.
Do the trash. Really?
But I'd rather take the trash out than fold laundry.
Right.
You know what? Put the dishes away. I got a dishwasher. I don't mind loading it. Crystal couldn't believe this. I don't know what it is. I hate unloading the dishwasher. I don't mind loading it. I load it all day. For some reason, taking it out of the dishwasher and putting it up somewhere is the most exhausting, annoying thing ever.
I'd have to be the opposite on that. I hate putting stuff into the dishwasher because getting it all separated, not touching each other.
You want to move in? I'll load the dishwasher. You can unload it.
I can unload it all day. I mean, I mean, as long as I know where everything goes, I can do that.
Okay.
But putting it in there, making sure one thing don't touch the other or whatnot, I have the hardest time with that, figuring out.
Okay. Well, I would like to have a raccoon that can do this for us. That'd be really nice. Okay, we ended the last one with this idea of our what else we were jumping into. So people have had time to think about it. You've had time to think about it. What if you woke up as the last human on Earth? What is the first thing you're doing?
If I woke
Yeah.
it's still a hard question. I mean,
You want to know what I do?
well, go.
I would go well as long as I'm not worried about zombies coming after me. I'm not worried about building a shelter. Forget all that. We're just talking about what's the first thing I'll do in the fun sense. Like Home Alone, when he first realizes he's alone, he has fun, right? Mm-hmm. First thing I'm doing is going to find the fastest car in town. And I'm going straight to the highway, and I'm about to punch it.
That just entered my mind the same time you did.
Yeah, I'm about to. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go so fast, and nothing's gonna get in my way until all the animals jump out.
I'm gonna make Route 66 the Autobahn.
What is that?
Do you don't know what the Autobahn is?
Nope.
It's actually located in Germany, but
Okay.
there's an interstate over there, a section of it that doesn't have a speed limit.
Yeah, people die all the time.
Yeah, basically, yeah. There's no speed limit.
Have you seen? I want to find the place. This has nothing to do with. This is the car part. I want to find the place where they go record car commercials, like in those open dune or open.
Oh, like Baja?
I don't know, where it's just flat open and they do the dust and everything, and they're driving trucks and they're just going as fast as they want. They hire these people to drive.
Oh, okay.
I want to do that.
They got like the person in the passenger seat telling them what turns. Is that what you're talking about?
I have no idea. You know, car commercials. They're driving a truck through this what looks like a desert, and there's no roads. They're just booking it as fast as they can, and then of course they go over bumps and stuff to show you the terrain.
Oh, okay. So you're talking commercials. I thought you were talking about like an actual race. Or
No.
event
Just
or...
just like the way they film commercials.
Okay. Yeah,
I just think that would be so cool.
I'd want to test drive the car. Like before, like the car came out, I'd want to be the one that test drove it.
That is what they're doing. They're like going to see if it flips.
You're talking about a commercial. They're trying to get you to buy it. I'm talking about before anybody sees it.
You want to find out the brakes don't work?
Yeah. I want to be the one that's like, yeah, this car is really fast. You know, the brakes, yeah, they didn't work, but I mean, it's fast. It's fast.
Dang. So you would find a car and just book it on Highway 60.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
That would be fun.
I wonder if there would be like a lot of cars on the road. So it'd be like them old school like games where you're the car and you gotta ditch in and out or swerve in and out of them.
So wait, we're the last people. Are there any animals?
I don't know.
So I mean,
we're the last human.
I mean, you're driving 100 miles an hour down the interstate. It's quiet, so now deer are kind of probably wandering, checking it out.
I'm gonna hold the horn down so they stay out of the way. Or hood ornaments.
Ooh. Got the big old brush guard on the front of it.
Get a big old jacked up Suburban or something. In regards to keeping it Trash Panda related, how cool would it be to go get the raccoons, the trash pandas, and kind of learn how to communicate with them so you can build up a little army? So when the bear-sized bear comes,
bear-sized bear,
you have 50 raccoon-sized raccoons.
Like trained raccoons.
Dude, that would be so cool.
Ninja coons.
Oh my gosh. They're like pirates and ninjas together. Sneaky and thieves. Dude, that would be crazy.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
You could be Master Splinter.
Yo, the 90s versions of those movies, he looked creepy.
Yeah.
It really did look like a rat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What if you could relive one day of your life, but you couldn't change the outcome? So it's just basically like, what's a really good day you've had? Like, would you do that? Because I'd have to pick like the best day ever and just relive it, and I'd just be in paradise.
I don't know if I would want to relive this, even if it was the best day ever. Because you never know what's coming up. I mean, you could have a really great day, but then the next day might be even better. So, or you might learn something new, or I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to relive the same good day over and over. Every day is, I mean, it's always a mystery, always something new. I kind of like that. I kind of like the.
Okay.
So,
I think we kind of talked about this off mic a couple days ago, and we'll get deeper into this for other things in a minute. But the idea of like, you said something that I resonate with, like the anticipation of something. Mm-hmm. The buildup of something is always better than the payoff for me. that would suck knowing what was coming.
Right.
Like the same day, so I don't have time to anticipate it. It's already the day. Like I don't have a week or 2 weeks to think about the vacation. I'm just walking on the cruise ship. Boom. That would not be as cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. You ready?
Let's
get into it.
Let's get in it.
I'm gonna spend a little bit of time here. So, all right, folks, the moment you've been waiting for. Clayton. All right, we told you this was the biggest. What was it? The biggest reveal in Trash Panda history. Well, that's because this is episode 3. So if you think it should be bigger, sorry, stick around. We'll do something better next time. Clayton took the Enneagram test, and the results.
I'm a 7.
It is a 7. Okay, hold up. Before we do this, let me run really quick. I'm gonna give you really quick overview of what the Enneagram is.
I'm a type 7, the enthusiast.
Yep. So here's the 9 really quick, rapid, okay, before we dive in. So lightning round, you ready? There's 9 of them. They're personality types, okay? The first one is called the perfectionist. Oh. They're detail-oriented and focused on doing things the right way. I know some of those people. Number 2, the helper. I like to joke, this is the stereotypical Southern housewife. They're all about caring for others and feeling needed. Number 3, the achiever. Goal-getters who love success and recognition. Number 4, my wife, the individualist. The creative, deep, and unique. My fun joke there is you can put 50 4s in the same room, and every one of them will say they're the only 4 in the room because no one's like me. Number 5, the investigator. They're knowledge seekers who value privacy. Number 6, the loyalist. Conspiracy theorist. They're cautious, dependable, and always planning ahead. Number 7, the enthusiast. They're adventurous and full of energy. We're almost done. Number 8, the challenger. Bold, protective, and assertive. Or in Christian's word, terrifying. Number 9, the last one, the peacemaker. Calm, easygoing, and harmony loving. Okay, so to set this up for us to dive into this, okay, I am what you would say is the stereotypical 7. Okay, so like everything that you want to learn about the enthusiast, I enter a room mouth first. I don't even.
That's the truth.
I don't even mean to, and I have to be the life of the party. It's not like I even want to. I just, when I get comfortable, I go nuts. You know, like the good and bad things of it. Like they're normally the people that have a lot of friends, but then at the end of the day, they don't have those friends, if that makes sense, because they're just the life of the party. So people think they're shallow because they're always bubbly and exciting and all this stuff. So, Clayton, you said you're a what?
I'm a 7.
You are a 7, the enthusiast. This blew my mind, y'all.
I don't believe it either. I didn't believe it.
So, it makes sense, but also it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Because one thing that's really cool, y'all, listen, personality tests get on my nerves.
Yeah. Because
when people go, oh, I'm just a 2, so that's just the way I am. You just have to accept it, right? Or I'm a IBGA. I just made that up. But the 16 personalities where you get all these numbers and crap or letters, that's just who I am. You have to accept it. Nah, forget that crap. What I like about this that helped me grow so much is that, like, the Enneagram is not just about your expression, which is what people see. It's about your motivation. So it's all about what motivates a person, not necessarily just what the person does. So if a type 7 is fun-loving, adventurous, always seeking new experiences, there's a reason that we're doing that, which is interesting because when we were looking into this for Clayton, I was like, there's no way you're a 7. We are so different people. I'm always, you hear me before you ever see me. Like, and all the 7s I know, you hear them before you ever see them. Like, we'll have Alex on here one day. When I'm working at the church in my office, I can tell he's coming down the hallway because I hear him way before I see that man. Mm-hmm. Like, it just happens. But It's just whenever this is what happens though. If you really dive into this, whenever you finally find your thing and you start reading about it or listening to it, maybe on YouTube or something, there's great content out there. Clayton freaked out. He was like, "This is creepy," right? Explain that moment.
So technically, I am a type 7 introvert. So basically, it was really freaky after the explanation of what that is. And it's just, I could relate to it a bunch, and it was just uncanny. It was, yeah.
Well, what's interesting about the introverted 7, because again, I did not know this was even a thing. They're motivated by the same desires, right?
Right.
But they just channel them different.
Mm-hmm.
Quieter. Which is not a word I would ever imagine to be paired with the 7.
We do everything you do, but in our heads, basically.
They're crazy. I'm just kidding. But like, you think about it. One thing Clayton said he really likes to do is working on like classic cars.
Yeah.
That sounds super introverted. That's crazy. Don't let me work on your car. Y'all will die on the road. Right? Like the idea that you're always exploring, like not, like you don't have to be in the spotlight. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Even though I make Clayton get on stage with me all the time, trying to pull him out of his show.
Yeah.
But what's cool is like the thing that a 7 is scared of, right? Clay, you don't have to go too personal here. I'll go personal. I don't mind. That's fine. But I don't want to make you go that way. But like, it's this idea of being alone or being forgotten. And like, that's the motivation. So for me, the loud, normal, stereotypical, oh my gosh, yeah, he's a 7. You don't even got to take a test person. Like, I'm loud and obnoxious because I don't want to be that. You ever felt like you were alone in a room before? And it's crowded, like, I don't want to feel that way. So if I'm just the life of the party, I don't got to feel that way, right? Like, I could just be fun and adventurous. If I'm planning the next thing we're doing, then I know I'm invited to the next thing we're doing. Big brain and y'all paying attention here? So, like, it's the motivation that makes me act the way I do because I do not want to be alone. Do you see that for the way that your stuff sets up, even though it looks different?
Yeah, I'm more... So, big conversation going on. I'm usually the one that sits in the back, waits till I get a point where I can jump in and give my point of view, versus just going out left and right talking. And I'm not a big talkative person, really. I am more of a thinker. I mean, I want to think about it, and I mean, it's a little different for me on that. So basically, I think, this is what I think. I think a lot of what you say. That's what I would say, but I'm not really that one that would life of the party, like in the middle.
So do you think, and again, stop me anytime because we did not talk this over beforehand. So do you think with this idea, I love this stuff. I could talk about this every podcast. Don't worry, we won't. It's an Enneagram podcast. There are plenty of those. Hit me up. I'll show you some good ones. But do you think that you stay reserved for the same reason that I go loud? Because you don't maybe want to. I'm not saying you are this, but maybe your brain's like, hey, if you're loud and obnoxious, they won't like you and you'll be alone.
Yeah, I think about that a lot. If I say the wrong thing, then it's just like, really? And he's like, who's that guy? You know, I just, so,
like you don't like Cheez-Its?
Yeah, Cheez-Its. Yeah, they're disgusting. Anyways.
Sorry. That was the last podcast. Okay.
But I mean, I like just to be part of the group, even if that means me not talking. I mean, I like sitting in and listening, and I might say a few things here and there, but that's my enjoyment right there.
You just want to be in the room where it happens?
Yeah. Don't want to miss out. FOMO
is so real. Do you know that quote? I want to be in the room where it happens. Hamilton?
No, I don't.
Oh, you're going to learn next weekend when we go to Nashville. The girls talked us into listening to Hamilton to and from Nashville, so that's fun. But FOMO, that is what drives 7 with the fear of not being allowed to be there, but also the fear of just missing even if I have something else to do. You know what JOMO is?
I've never heard about that.
The joy of missing out. There are people that enjoy not being apart. I don't understand.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. No, not me. Not me.
No.
That's Crystal. Crystal's like, I don't need to be invited. She may want to be invited so she feels welcome, but she'd be happy to say no.
Yeah.
She'd be like, nah, that's okay. And she gets happy sitting at home. I'm like, they doing stuff without us right now. We gotta go. Nope, not her.
Yeah, I know some people like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have there's this thing, one of the books I read. It's a really good book. I'll plug it. Ain't no sponsors on this thing. Y'all can sponsor us, somebody, if y'all want to. But there's a book called The Road Back to You. I believe that's one of the books for sure, but I think that's where what I'm about to say comes from. I could be wrong. There's another book I don't remember the name of, but that's one of them I read. And each chapter, there's a whole chapter designated for each number. Mm-hmm. And one of it, in a 7, I had a friend send me screenshots of the whole chapter because they had a digital version when they were telling me about this. Yo, I laid on the couch and bawled my eyes out because I felt seen for the first time in my life. They started talking about things that they call it the superpower of the 7, and it's called reframing.
I am number 7.
I am number 7. Like I am number 4. That was a good movie. But like it's this superpower that 7s have where it's subconscious at this point in our lives where nothing bad actually ever happens to you because you reframe it instantly into a positive. Like instead of normal people, that sounds bad, normal people, somebody doesn't get the promotion at work, they're going to be like, oh, dang, I suck. Somebody's better, blah, blah, blah. And not that that's not a reality in our brain sometimes, but it's an instant reframing to make ourselves feel better, to go, there's another job coming better for me, or they saw a different potential in me. So you have to find the bright side so fast. And it sounds like an amazing superpower, right?
Yeah.
But hold on first. Do you find yourself, do you do that?
Yeah. So, like, if there was something like I wanted to buy on Marketplace,
Okay.
I was like really looking forward to buying it, and then I go to start calling the person, and then they say it's already sold. Well, I guess there'll be another one. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, yeah, man, I really wish I would have had that or got that, but not the end of the world. There'll always be another one down the road.
Yeah, you can't just go, dang, that sucks. I didn't get that thing I wanted.
Or even if, let's say, somebody else got that, went to that job interview and got that job.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be another one. There's always another one.
Yeah.
Maybe not exactly like it, but it might be something you might like better. I mean, that's the way I am. I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. So
it's called reframing.
Yeah.
And it happens subconsciously. You don't even realize you're doing
Don't even realize it.
You know what's crazy?
What?
That could actually be super toxic.
Ooh.
Yeah. This punched me in the face every time I realized I did it after I learned what it was. So the reason it can be so toxic is because that means we think of a gas tank little arm. Y'all can't see my hands. I'm moving. You know, in a car where it goes all the way from left, all the way to right. So left is empty, right is full. So think about halfway straight up and down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All the way to the left, up to the middle is bad, negative emotions. Mm-hmm. The middle to the right, where you're halfway full, we'll call those positive emotions. Most 7s, I'm not saying all of them. Obviously, there's not just 9 people in the world. Everybody's different. I'm not naive. But this blew my mind. I will go to the middle with negative situations, and I will, touch the negative side, but I am not sitting there. I'll go, and I have to come right back. So that's why we reframe. If we don't reframe, then we have to set in, oh, dang, I didn't get that job I wanted.
Right.
Now your whole world comes crashing down. Mm-hmm. Whereas instead, if I go, man, that sucks. Oh, well, there's another thing coming. There's another job. There's another whatever. So the reason it can be toxic, it can be very healthy if you're in a healthy mindset. If you're not, it's toxic because we never actually process our emotions. Because you run from them.
I don't know. I can see your point.
Yeah.
But
I'm not saying everybody does that. I'm just saying,
I think there is a healthy side to it. I can be in a healthy. Here you go. I got you. Listeners, if you are 7, check this out.
think about this for a second, and then we'll get on to some fun stuff, and we won't stay serious forever. It's a fun podcast. But the idea of, this is how I know I'm in a mentally healthy or mentally unhealthy place. Can I slow down? Obviously, we said I'm not good at stopping, but can I slow down? Can I drive in the car without music, without feeling like I'm going to die? Can I take a shower without turning music on? And when I find out I cannot, the reason why is because this thing, I don't know if all sevens do this. This is what I have to catch up and work through all the time. Sevens go, 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 longing for adventure, running around. And again, I'm sure other types deal with this too, but not the other types. I'm this one. Because you're running from anxiety. And if we stop, then it catches us. And if it catches us, we're going to have to set in that negative emotion. Yeah. So if I can keep going, if I just put music on while I'm driving, if I just find another YouTube video to watch, if I just hang out with more friends that don't sit alone, then I never have to sit in this negative thing. Bro. So that's when reframing's bad. I should be able to be, I'm not saying if we're happy people that we have to sit in negative feelings all the time, but we should be able to, again, I'm always working on this. We should be able to set in negative emotions and be like, oh, dang, that sucks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, yeah. Any other Enneagram thoughts you want to add? We don't need to make this too serious for too long.
Nah, let's just keep going.
Keep going to the serious?
No, I mean, let's go on. That's all I'm about.
Oh, man. Join us next week for our Enneagram podcast. No, I'm just kidding. All right. We'll jump out of this. Guys, it blew my mind that Clayton is an Enneagram 7 because I didn't know those introverted ones existed. That's crazy. All right. So, just my opinion. We're talking about Enneagram. I think a raccoon would be a 7. Like, they're fun, curious, and they're always looking for adventure.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. They are curious. I mean, they're always looking for that next snack, just in that dumpster, looking for that snack. But
the 7, they give a deadly sin for every Enneagram type, and the 7s is gluttony because you can never get enough.
Right.
You always need more. I mean, think about it. They could possibly be a 6. We talked about them being like the sneaky ones, all that stuff. They could be that.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
They'd probably stick together really easy. Mm-hmm. What about y'all listening? What do you think raccoon would be? A 7, a 6 on the Enneagram? Throw that out there and see. Just throw in the comments. Send us a message. See let me know why you think it should be whatever number you pick. And we're gonna close this out. We got too serious on y'all. Sorry, but next time, listen. Next time, we're diving into something even crazier. We got a few guests joining us.
Yeah.
And we're going to dive into the idea, don't miss this, what do you look for in the perfect ship? That's friendship, family ship, is that a word? Friendship, job ship. What is your perfect idea of a ship? So, be thinking about it. See if you can guess where we're going with it. We're going to have a couple guests next week. Y'all are not going to want to miss it. It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm Christian.
I'm Clayton.
And this has been the Trash Panda Podcast. Serious edition. Bum, bum, bum. Goodbye.
The Trash Pandas Podcast. The Trash Pandas Podcast. The Trash Pandas Podcast. The Trash Pandas